guys, it's Lita. Hope you're all amazing, and if you are not, I hope my video puts a smile on your beautiful faces and makes you laugh. Right? Another video? Oh my goodness, so soon. Yeah, last video I said I was going to cover Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn. That is still happening, but I thought in the meantime, because there's a certain series that I have to watch in order to do the video properly, because there's some missing backstory that I need to know first before I talk about Gundam Unicorn. Honestly, it's nearly end of year, and you know, the channel this year has been so slow, and you know, even though it's coming up to the, you know, busiest time of the year, I just want to you know, finish on a high note and try and do some of the videos really had a chance to do. And let's give a round of applause, because this is my very first, well, I guess you'd call it manga impressions, or doing a video talking about reading a new manga and then I give my thoughts on it, if that's how it, you know, usually goes. And I'm pretty terrible because I only ever end up talking about anime series, not manga. So last week I, on the spur of the moment, felt like reading some shoujo, because honestly, when it's December and this time of year, I really love reading some shoujo. It's like the perfect time for me, you know. It's supposed to be for everyone else if you're not in Australia, where it's like approaching summer. It's spring right now, the weather is so getting warmer. I know, weird, right, when you're on the other side of the hemisphere. And you know, everyone else, it's winter, it's time to get by fires, sit with your hot cocoa, marshmallows in it, and sit down in a blanket with your shoujo book or any book. Yeah, that's not going to be me. I'll probably be sitting outside in the nice warm heat with a book. Yeah, it feels so weird saying that. I decided to read a manga that has been on my list for a long time, because I have loads on my list. And this is a newish manga, even though the manga is officially ending December or January. I'm that slow with manga catching up. But anyways, that manga was Everyone is Getting Married, and it is by, I forget the author's name, let me look here. It is by Izumi Mayozano, how you say it? FYI, I can never pronounce Japanese names correctly. But yes, this is Everybody's Got Married. This came out last year, mid last year it started publishing. And it's a shoujo, and you haven't guessed what it's about. It's about marriage. I've never read a manga where it's taken so seriously, the perspective of marriage, and I really connected with this series. Like really connected. But then again, I feel like that with every anime series I watch. There's always something you end up connecting yourself with. If anybody doesn't know what Everyone's Getting Married is about, it was about a woman named Asuka. She is in real estate, and all she dreams of is being a full-time housewife. You know, if you've seen the film called The Help, that has Emma Stone in it, back then when the women would stay home and take care of the kids, and the men would go to work, that is what Asuka wants. And she thinks her longtime boyfriend of 5 or 6 years is about to ask her to marry him. And of course, that is not the case. He dumps her. And then she ends up starting to go out with a news announcer named Rio. And he is the complete polar opposite of what Asuka wants. He hates marriage. He doesn't want to get married. He doesn't see the point in it, the value. Whereas Asuka, you know, wants the fairy tale wedding and children, and the two seem to be attracted to each other, so they start going out. And then, of course, there's a whole bunch of trials awaiting them, because, you know, the road of getting together with someone is, you know, never easy. First off, right off the bat, I should say I am up to volume 5 in this series, and by the end of volume 1, I want this series in my collection. There's no question about it. I think there's going to be in total 9 volumes. I know there's 8 volumes out currently, but yeah, I want this. I'm gonna get some of the volumes of this during Christmas, most definitely. First off, I loved about this series is the artwork. I've never read any manga by this author, which is Izumi. Love her artwork. So detailed in the facial expressions, and everything is like in your face. You know, I could say that about every manga series I read, that the manga artwork is great, visually stunning, you know, but for me, when it comes to manga, it's not always about the artwork, but I thought I would just give it a, you know, mention because it is actually really good. Mainly for me, it's always to come down to the characters and the story. And both are very strong in this series. Specifically, the perspective on marriage, the relationship between Asuka and Ryu is so intriguing, relatable, and I just have loved following these two so far in their relationship, because so far it's not been easy. And the main thing that they're going through right now is because both of them work so much, there is little time for them to spend with each other. And of course this, you know, is a big, takes a big toll on their relationship. It's like a test. What I found with this manga that people are falling in love with, because I first heard about this manga from Simply G over on her channel. She loves this manga. It's funny, it's the chemistry between these two that they just both work so well together, you know. It's getting to a point now in the story where Ryu and Asuka are both respecting one another's values and what they feel is important. And there's just this pull between these two, because Asuka at one point in the manga, you know, says to herself, oh, this is not gonna work. Why am I attracted to somebody that doesn't want marriage, and yet I could be with someone that wants marriage? And, you know, that's a really relatable thing, honestly it is. Say if you like two people, and of course the first choice wants marriage and kids, and then the other doesn't want kids, but you like them less, you know. But then you go with the person that doesn't want kids, but you like them less. That's like second best, it is. And, you know, Asuka obviously can't help but be attracted to Ryu, and I love both the characters. Asuka is not afraid to speak her mind. She's got this very spunky attitude. Ryu is, he's very sweet underneath, but he can, you know, I find him to be a bit of a narcissist at times. A little bit full of himself, but like in a good, entertaining way. I feel like their relationship is blooming into something, you know, really beautiful. I really connected with this shoujo manga, you know, because I'm someone that, you know, say a few years ago, or up until a few years ago, I was never open to the idea of marriage. I don't believe that in order to stay with someone, you need to marry them. My opinion of this has changed over the course of the last 2 or 3 years. So like, you know, for me, if I was with someone, I would be open to the idea of marriage, I would. And, you know, just reading this, it just made me think about way back then of what I used to think about marriage. You know, I can relate to Ryu's character that he didn't want to get married, where I can, you know, I just find you find such relation with this shoujo, no matter if you're a person that wants to get married or doesn't want to get married. You're just gonna fall in love with these characters. I am just absolutely loving everyone's getting married right now. I cannot wait to finish this. This is the best way for me to dive back into shoujo manga. I have barely read any in the last 3 or 4 months, I would say. So I'm excited to dive into some newer titles. Everyone, if you have checked out Everyone's Getting Married, please comment down below. I know that's such a common thing to say, comment down below, but you know, gotta say it, because you know, I want to, you know, really know other people's thoughts. So, you know, let me know what you think about Everyone's Getting Married. Did you feel relation to this series from the perspective of marriage? And yeah, it'd be just really cool to know, it would. So yeah, and guess what? This is like my first manga first impressions thing I've probably ever done. Manga impressions, you know what? I know that's like a, you know, it's like a stale, generic thing in this YouTube anime community thing to do, but you know what? Who cares, you know? I wanna get my thoughts out there, talk about the series, and yeah, You know, just gotta do it. Just gotta do it sometimes, people. So, all the linky links are down below, and hopefully in a few videos time, which I don't know how many that will be, I will be talking about Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn. That is happening, and I have a whole bunch of other video ideas that I got lined up, and I'm excited. Of course, we're going to be talking about, you know, old anime. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye for now.